Okay, so this video is divided into two parts. Now we are going to do our CSS. We're going to create our CSS section. Okay, so I'm going to start with a universal, which is the asterisk. So universal, I told you that universal does all the section, and I'm going to do it margin 0. Before I treated that margin 0, then padding 2 should be 0. So which means padding both top, left, right button all will be 0. Then background color, I'm going to give it a color of DE, let me see, DFE. You know, these are hex 3EE. And I save, then I refresh. Now you see there are spaces here and there are spaces at the top here. Now see, when I refresh, you see everything gets that, which means our margin and the padding, I made it 0 0. I need it as a default. I don't need any spacing. So always take note that we don't need any spacing. We need to create some default, which is the margin 0 and the padding 0. You see, margin is the distance between your screen and padding the distance between your content. You understand? So margin 0 now is together, padding to 0. And I can see our content is together. Do you understand me? So let me give a different example and see something. Let me do margin 5, save and refresh. You can see distance between the screen. Let me make it 25 pixels px, so that we'll see it very well. I'll see the distance between the screen. Yes, and let me do my padding 30 px. Now you see the distance between, so have you seen it? So it's going to create it between it for you. So let's undo, Control Z. We have this one. Come back. We have this. Now we are going to create our text box. The text box, let's create that one. We have our color. So I come here, I call my class, which is a dot. This one we are going to do with this one first. You understand? So the class dot, so dot text box. So I'm going to give it a margin top. I'm going to give it a margin top as 200 pixels. I save and refresh. Now what's inside my text box? Facebook, then this one. They are the ones inside my text box. So anything I do will affect it, the parent element and the child element. So the child will inherit from the parent element. So I refresh. You can see the distance top 200 pixels. I hope you understand me. Yes. The next one, is, let's give it a left margin. Margin left, we'll do it 150 pixels. Let me try 150 pixels and see. Yes, it's okay. Yes, 150 pixels is okay. Yes, this one, 150 pixels is okay. Yeah. Then now I come to my H1. You already know the H1, so I come to my H1. This is my H1. My Facebook is my H1. So I'm going to give it a font size, a color, and a font family. Yes. Now we have generic font families there. I'll teach you that. And the font. So a font size, I'm going to give it, let me try 40 pixels and see. It's too small. So let me try. Let me see, 55. Let me give you 55. Yeah, 55 is okay. This is what we are doing, this one. So 55 is okay. Okay, then let me give it a color. My color, the blue, let's do it 1877F2. Yes. So save and refresh. Yes, this one is okay. Then my font family, let me do it sans serif. This one is a generic font family, and so it will check everything. You see this one is a font family. This one is a font family, this one is a font family, and the last one there is a generic family, which means when it checks true and it's not having any of these fonts, then it's going to take the generic, which will make which means it looks similar like the font you want. So when I hit on control and space, you can see all my generic font family, which is the sans serif, which is the monospace, this one, all of them are the generic font family from. So when I choose this one like this, you see it will still end with my monospace, which is the generic font family, the generic font. Now this one is a font family, this one is a font family, so it will go through. If it's not having any of this font family, then it's going to pick the generic font family. So when you check on this specific the prioritized list on font names and generic family names, a user agent iterates through the list of the family names until it matches an available font that contains the blah 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 blah. You understand me? You can see it there, yeah. So that's it. So it will go through. If it's not having this font family, it's not having this font family, it's not having this font family, it's going to pick this one, which is the monospace, the generic font family. Yeah. So the one we want is the sun. This one is what we want. So I save and I refresh and I check. Yes, this one is okay. Now let's go to our H2. Our H2, which is this one, Facebook. Yes. So let's go to our H2. So H2, I'll give it a font family. I give it a font family of this one, Vitica. Let me see. Vitica, let me give it area. I wanted to check through area too for me. Then if it's not having all of them, then she give me the my sans serif. So I want this like this. Yeah, so let me check whether okay, nice. Then I need a font size of 28 pixels. Then a font width. You already know the font size, so I'm not going to refresh it. A font width, I want my font width to be normal. Now you can see it's deep, so when I refresh it, see my font width, I want it to be normal. So you see when I type normal, now my font width becomes normal. Yes. Then now I'm going to use the line height. Now see, you can see there are some spaces in between, so I'm going to use the line height. We have something called a line height, which is 32. I'm going to use 32 pixels. Now see, you see this ones. Now check the line height. See, you can see it's reduced like some small space. You understand? Let me make it 15 so that you see it very well. Now see something. You can see what the line height. You can see the behavior of the line height. Yes. So let me return it to my 32. I refresh. Yes, I want some small space. That's it. Then I come to my width. I'm going to give it a width of 500 pixels. Width of 500 pixels. Now see. Okay. So a width of 500 pixels. Okay, so when we start developing designing our container, the width will take effect. So let's leave the width as 500 pixels there. Then I come to my container. I'm going to deal with my container. So I come to my container section. So in my container section, which is this one, so right now I'm done with this section. So I'm here, my container. Yeah, we have some work to do there as well. So my container section, I'll give it a width of 400 pixels. Then let me give it a background color first before, so that we'll see what we are doing. So let me give it a background color of white, a background color of FFF. You already know that, FFF. So a background color of white. Sorry, let me make it 3. So let me give it a width of 400 pixels, a width of 400 pixels, height of 350 pixels. You already know width and height, yes. Then you already know margin top, so I'm going to give it a margin top. The margin top, I'm going to use -194 pixels. Now when I use the negative, I want it to go a little bit top. I want it to go a little, you see, there's it. So I want it to go a little bit at the top section. You understand? Let me remove this one. Let me comment it and let me check something here. Now see, you can see my container is here. Yes, I've commented the margin top. Now since I did width 400 and height 315, it's going to move at the down section here for me. But if I want it to go to the top section, then it means I need to do negative, so that it will move to the top section a little bit, like it will go to the top section a little bit. That's what I'm doing. So if I do it, let me do it -300 and check something. 300 pixels. See, now I can see it move top. Let me remove the negative and let me make it positive and see the difference. You understand me? Yes. So when you do the negative, it will move to the top section for you. Then when you do the positive, it moves. So that's how I want it. Now it's -194 pixels. Yes. If there's anything you want to make changes, we'll do it. Now I make my margin right. Margin right, I make it 160 pixels. Yeah, and that one to have 160 pixels. Then let me do it float. The float, let me do it float right, which means it should move to the right. Float right means it should move to the right. It should float to the right section for me. Now have you seen it? Float right. So it's moving to the right section for me. Now remember, the container, it holds this ones too. Our container, it holds this one. That's why it's moving with it. You see our container, it holds all of these. That's why it's moving with them. I hope you understand me. So when you say float, then it means you should move to the right section for me. So we have float left, we have float right. You understand? Yes. So let's check the section of floats. Let me clean this one. Let me do float, control space. You have inline, you have right, you have left, you have none. You can tell it you shouldn't float, it should just remain that way. So if your thing is floating, you can just do it none. I hope you understand me. So that's float. So float specify how a box should be floated. It may be set for any element, but only applies to the element that generate the boxes that are not absolutely positioned. You see, so this one, if no position it at the left, if no position at the top, if no position it anywhere, and we just created a margin and a padding, which was the distance between the screen. Yes, so we'll just say float should be what, right. Then make it float to the right. Then now let's give it a border radius, of 390, or no, 12. Why 390? 12. Now see the edges of my box. You see this one? Now see the edges of my box. Now when I refresh it, have you seen it? You see the tip is changed. Have you seen it? You see the tip is curved. So that's a border radius. So border radius, let me make it 30 pixels. And watch what I'm saying. Now look at the tip here. Once I refresh it, see, have you seen it? Yeah, that's a border radius. So I return back to my 12. Then I give it a width. I'm changing the width and the height, you understand? So let's leave it this way. Let's leave it this way first. Then if anything, we'll change the width and the height again. So I'm going to give it a text align. My text align, I'm going to make it center, which means all my text should be at the center for me. My text align, all my text should be at the center, you understand me? So they are all at the center section. Let's change the width. Let's change the width to 390. Let's reduce it to 390. And the height, let's increase the height to 355. Let's make it like this. Yes, so we are done with this section. We are done with the container. Now let's go and deal with the form. Now the form holds this one, which is the placeholders and the input and stuff. So let's go and deal with the form section. Now our form, let's call it dot form. Remember, it's a class, so dot form. Then you can actually give it an ID, but because we have two things inside and stuff, we don't want to specify it an ID. We want to give it a class, which is the group. You understand? Yes. So I'm going to do my float again. This time I'll still do it float right. Let me save and refresh. I want to be refreshing so that you'll be watching how it behaves. So float right, you can see our white covers everything here, but because this one is on top, so it's not showing. So float right, we want everything to show at that section. So float right, that one we want to give it a background color. So let's give it a background color of white. I can actually type white here like this. Then margin top, let me give margin top of negative 112 pixels. So let me save it and refresh it. You can see it's moving to the top and our white is displaying. And let me give it a padding of distance 20 pixels between your content, 20 pixels. Yes, so we are doing something. Yes, we are doing something. We are getting somewhere. So I'm done with the main content of the form. Yes, so I'm going to deal with the input section. Then I'll bring my input here. Yes, so when I come here, I have margin top. I want to give it a margin top of 10 pixels. So let's check. Yes, margin top of 10 pixels. You can see it creates a margin top for us. Then let me do it margin left. My margin left, I want to make it negative 10 pixels, if that is okay. Negative 10 pixels. Let's refresh and check. Have you seen it? Yes, it's moving. Negative 10 pixels. And the border radius, I want to do it. Border radius will be 8 pixels. Then margin right, margin right, I want to give my margin right to a negative 10 pixels. So sorry, negative 10 pixels. Negative 10 pixels. I save and refresh. Yes, it's moving. Negative 10 pixels. Then let's give it a padding of 17 pixels. A padding of 17 pixels, which is a top right, bottom left. Yes, top right, bottom left. You can see we are doing the input, then a width of 332 pixels. Is this big or is okay? Yes, nice one. You are getting somewhere. Yes, nice one. So let's check it again and see. So we have this one. We've been able to do with this one. Yeah, we've dealt with this one. Yeah, we've dealt with that one. You see, you give a background color, the main container, you give it a background color. So we are left with this section. So I think we are done with this one. So we are left with this one. You see, it's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. So let's go and do with the button. This one, the button. Let's do with this one, this button. So we'll call it for it. If you can do it, you can pause and do your own thing. When you're done, you can come and watch the video as well. So margin top, I'll give it a 15 pixels for my button. So that's what you are doing. Now we are dealing with the login. This one, the login. Yes. So I'll call button. See, I didn't bring dot because it's not a class. It's just a normal element there. So I'll give it a background color of our normal color. This one. So when I save and refresh, I have this. Now you can see this one is button. This one is button. That's why they are all behaving the same way, because button, but I'll change one very soon, so don't worry. Then I'll give this one a padding of 16 pixels. You already know padding. Then a width of 100%. A width of 100%. Let's check. Yes, so you see width is taking the exact shape, so width of 100%. Then let's give it a border radius. A border radius of 8 pixels. You now know border radius, the curved. Then let me give it a color of white. Let me type white there. Then font family, I'll give the font family of sans serif. Then the font size, let me give the font size of 18 pixels. I save and I refresh. This is what I have. I hope you see it. Okay, so this is what I have so far. So I have this one, which is the Facebook helps to connect and share. This one, I have this interface. You have this, you have the login. Yes, now I'm going to deal with the paragraph. Now I can't be here. I have my paragraph, sorry. This is my paragraph. So I want to deal with the link here. Yes, but I'll work with the paragraph section. I'll give it a background color and everything. Then when I'm done, I work with the paragraph and the link section, which is our attributes and stuff. So I'll come to this side, come back to my code. Then let me create a paragraph. So I have my P, this one. Give it a background color of white. Let me give it a font size of 16 pixels. Then a color of, because you want it to be blue, understand? Yes, so a color of, I want the same thing, which is this one. You already know this. Then I'll give it a margin top of 10 pixels. Yes, so when I come here, I save and I refresh, you can see. Yes, so I give it a background color of white. That's why. Now you can see still we have this, I don't know, that dark gray or something, this color. Yes, so let's do with that section too as well. So I'll call my paragraph, then I'll call my attributes, you understand? So my paragraph, then the A, you see, so my P and A, so this was my P, and I want, the first thing we did, it covered everything here, and I want it to cover this one, my A, for me. So I come, then now I type, I give it a color. We already, let me give it the color of the blue, then my background color of white, background color of white. Save and refresh. Yes, so that's it. So my link, when I click on it, it will still be blue. So someone will be confused with why this one. So let me remove this one and let's check something to still work. But when I click on it, I still want it to be blue. That's why I have the color there. So you can decide to remove this color from there, or let me see, you can decide to remove this color because our color is still blue. So you can decide to, you see this one becomes this way. So you see when I click on it, see how it is. When I click on it, it's red. But I want to put the link there so that the link will be blue for me. Yes, so that after I click, it will still be blue. So I'm leaving it this way. Then now let's work with our .btn .btn, which is this one. Which side? Here, the crate. Let's work with this one, the crate. Yes. Then I give it a pattern. So let me leave you and do this one. Yes, let me leave you and do this one. So please think of it. Okay, so I'm giving you 2 minutes to create it. This one, 2 minutes to do this. So 2 minutes to do this. Let's do it.
Football. Release it. Keep it dry, nigga, yeah, keep it dry. Real nigga, hustle hard and super fly. Spit real for the streets, got it all on my mind. Now put your pride down, get your own grad prime, yeah. Prove the lie, nigga, yeah, to prove the lie. Folks never give a damn, my leaders is to shine. You a legend, proof yourself before your biggest had a baby. Got to make it a happen and happy to survive, yeah. Keep it dry, nigga, yeah, keep it dry, yeah. Real nigga, hustle hard and super fly. Spit real for the streets, got it all on my mind. Now put your pride down, get your own grad prime, yeah. Prove the lie, nigga, yeah, to prove the lie. Folks never give a damn, my leaders is to shine. You a legend, proof yourself before your biggest had a baby. Got to make it a happen and happy to survive. Every day I got to beat it on my own teacher. My lessons are too high. The sky's not the limits, I don't bother to go further. The gun trapper, I am the last repeated hunter. I rain thunder, my stamina got 2 faces. Me my brain, I too crazy, never have exciting. New Jersey, the rock of ages. I've never been in Massachusetts, but I'm the Massachusetts. I know for every deal, that's the bump, I gotta fuse it. Now you know that I'm sounding logic. Name can forge my words are tonic. Can't kill your chronic. All eyes on me, one and only. I can't leave my rhyme scheming. I preserve my reservations. So wake it up's a blessing. I see that all depressions. Modify my occupations. I make it hard to play with my relations. I under the minute, lieutenant, ready to rule the fellas. I'm poured out to carry the flame fellas. Project of the planet. When I pierce through your metal, you can't deny you must rock it. Bring my own stereo, cannot be bounced by your frequencies. Got it, it's the crack down your metal. There is a feast elected punch a little. You got it? I've been working on this lyrical miracle. Legible, can't it perfect when it comes to impractical. But that's I'm gonna be, I'm gonna give it. Keep it dry, gonna give it. Keep it dry. Real nigga, hustle hard and super fly. Real for the streets, got it all on my mind.
3, 2, 1, stop. Thank you. So let's see. let's see. I hope you were able to do it, so you know it's. So I'm going to do my BTN, which is a padding. Let me also do my own. I'm going to give it 7 pixels. 7 pixels, which is this one. So I save it. Yes, this time 7 pixels. I'll give it a background color of white. Let me give it my margin before. So let me give a margin of margin top, which will be 15 pixels. Now this one program is just you working around it, going around it. Yes, I want it to drop a little. Then I'm going to give it a background color of white. Background color of white. Then I give it margin left. Margin left 60 pixels. Then margin right. So let me show you the margin left. Let me show you the margin left. Margin left 60 pixels. I hope you've seen it. I hope you've seen the distance between your screen. I've made it white. So end margin right. Margin right. I'm also making margin right 60 pixels because I want them to position at the center. 60 pixels. So there is it. Simple. Then the next one is my what? You see, I have BTN and I have button. So I'm going to make my button the color green. Then I call it dot BTN. Then I'll give it a background color of green. I didn't bring my button, don't worry, I'll do it. 18, let me do it 1B, 9C, 24. Yes, something like this. BTN button. Don't forget to bring your button. Save and refresh. Yes. So there's it. The same thing. There's it. So there's our Facebook interface. Very nice, special one. You can also open Instagram and do it Instagram interface. Even though Facebook have upgraded their interface, let's check Facebook. You know, they've upgraded their interface. You can also, yes, this is how their own look like. Yes, so you can bring your create page for a celebrity or brand business here. So you can also do your own at this section. You can add some shadow and stuff to it. Nowadays, your own connect with friends and stuff. Yeah, you can deal with that. And there's hours. Yes, so you can also deal with that. There's their own and there's hours. So you can work. Okay, so let's say if I want to give it a box shadow, I can come here. Let me call box shadow. Box shadow, because Facebook on, I'll give it a vertical. Let me do a vertical 10 pixels, horizontal 10 pixels, and a color of, let's say we have something like light black, or let me give it a gray color, something like this. I save and refresh. You can see it here. Yes, so you need to arrange it, do it very well. You need to just arrange it to suit your own section. You understand me? Just arrange it. Just know how to do it. Suit your own section. Yeah. So if you have anything in your mind, if you want to ask me any question, please you can drop your comments below the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. My name is Ken Temes, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Temes Online. Same day, same time, I'll be dropping the video like that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you get any you get updates whenever a notification, whenever I drop anything. Yes. Peace out.